Welcome to my garden. This is a tour of a garden in zone 5A, which means temperatures here in the winter averages as minimum minus 20 Fahrenheit or minus 28 Celsius. My plan is to keep this as a record for me and for whoever is interested in planting in this zone and seeing what grows well. So this time of the year, this is the last day of May and the peonies are in full bloom, and I just pruned oregano and the strawberries are coming up. I like to interplant flowers with the veggies, so I have tomatoes planted here, clematis is blooming, and then the strawberries go everywhere. I'm trying to keep this short, so I'm not going to talk about this specific species. I might have other videos where I talk about different things. I have these trellises here, and I'm growing beans on this one and cucumbers on the other one. Last year I did the opposite, so I'm trying to diversify. The snow peas did not do well this year. We've had a very early start of summer, so May was basically a lot of 80s. This is a challenging spot for me, so I could not plant any veggies, and this year I'm starting a pollinator garden with different flowers like coneflower and bee balm and tick seed here, so we'll see how that goes. It keeps saturated with the slope with a lot of water, so I have a hard time planting anything other than hibiscus here. Maybe swamp milkweed sometimes. That's my compost here, and then this bed has strawberries, and I started this grape Somerset last year, and it has some blooms there. Mint as well. I have some struggling white pine trees here that are all dying. The previous owners planted them on the slope, so they don't like it, and we planted this river birch last year. Seems to be doing well. I have a big maple tree here that it's getting bigger, so it's covering the beds there. So instead of being able to plant tomatoes and sun-loving crops, I am only limited to mostly shade-loving crops, like here where I have the lettuces and perpetual spinach and some green onions, and then here in these beds I have all sorts of greens and arugula, lettuces, spinach. Trying to have some cucumber there. I get some west sun from that side. And here as well. This used to be a sunny bed, but now with the sun, with the tree getting closer, it's mostly shade. So I have parsley here and a couple tomatoes here only. The cilantro is bolting. Usually doesn't do well, but it's okay this year. And chamomile here. Different herbs here together with the salvia that I'm trying this year. The basil, and this one I'm trying to do the tomatoes with a bunch of herbs and radishes in between. The radishes are doing better than other years because we only are getting to 80s and not hundreds. Sometimes we get hundreds in May and then everything bolts suddenly, but it's fine. This year I started this trellis. I'm trying this trellis here for the tomatoes, so we'll see how that goes. Usually the beds do much better because I control the soil mixture in them, but the in-ground ones are not very good here. I have a couple tomatoes and then ground cherries and a lot of Egyptian onions. It grows everywhere like weed. And then we have a couple of Chicago figs. They're like 4-year-olds, and every year they die to the ground and then they come up. And we get some figs out of them. They're really good. Then here's strawberries and some zinnias and salvias, and also a couple peppers. They're struggling really, but they're okay. I like to have flowers, so I grow them up the stairs together with some grapes, and they do very well here as well. And the peonies are just gorgeous at this time of the year. In the front yard we get full sun, so this is really good. That's why I thought I could plant the fruit trees here. A very limited lot here, so I'm limited on space. I have roses here together with veronicas and other flowers. You can see the alliums are doing, that's their end. But I have pear trees that 3 pear trees planted very close so that they can live together as one tree and help each other with pollination. But I am struggling in how to prune them, so I'm not getting really a lot of pears out of them. But on the other side we have 2 trees also planted very close because of our limited space, but I pruned these very hard. All of these are semi-dwarf trees, and I pruned them for a maximum of 10 feet. This is a peach. It's a Reliance and it's really good. This is its 2nd year bearing fruit, and it's 4-year-old. Last year it gave us about 80 peaches and it was awesome. And this is a Chinese Mormon apricot, and this is its 1st year bearing fruit. So we're really excited about that. It really flowers very early. So this year it flowered mid-April, which we still get freezing temperatures until then, but it should be the latest to flower within the apricot trees. So we'll see how that is. But the peach, this one is the latest to flower within all the peaches, so it's the only one that is good for our zone. This year though, because of the longer 70s that we got, it has a fungus disease that we need to treat later. Okay, so that's a quick look, and hopefully I'll keep producing videos, and at least to keep a record for how this garden grows and flourishes during the summer. So thank you for hanging out with me. Goodbye.